We all know that people want to work with they know, like and trust, even though they might sound a little bit cheesy. Someone who has been through a similar experience, a similar journey to them. So they are relatable, empathetic, but at the same time, they are also able to hold them accountable as well. So it stops that person from wallowing in their own BS. We also know that people run for the hills when they are plugging the next sale. They are too goal driven. They see their clients and the people that they're working with just as, dollar or money or a number, so that emotional connection isn't there, and that they are coming from a place of ego rather than being fully present in the here and now and having their clients' backs. A question I was asked a couple of days ago was, how do I add more of my personality into my marketing? This is something that we are going to explore right now. But first, what I want to do is to get us on the same page. So I'm going to talk about the number one secret to creating a unique business signature that wins the hearts and the minds of your audience and has people instantly putting their hands up to work with you. Let's just start with your unique business signature. Now, your unique business signature is going to create the foundation of your business. I want to cover this first, so we were just on the same page, coming from the same space, have the same understanding. But before I get started, let me just take a second to introduce myself. So I'm Wendy Keir. I mentor female-driven solopreneurs who are established in the marketplace, but they're overwhelmed, spread too thin, you know how that goes, tried all the cookie cutter ideas, and still haven't been able to move that needle. So I coach them to confidently step into their visibility, reach a wider audience, powerfully impact more people's lives while increasing their fees and working few hours in a way that is easy, fun, and divinely feminine. So we work with people in business or life who are stuck, they feel challenged, they are unhappy in the situation that they find themselves in. They feel restless, a certain sense of, oh, is this it? Or I've got to get out of this situation. I need to make more sales. So there's a sense of discomfort and they're working towards obtaining a different either lifestyle, a way of being, a different impact on the business, or even an impact that they are themselves making on people around them. They ultimately want to achieve a different way of being with specific results. If you're wondering what that strange noise is, I'm basically on the edge of the jungle, and that's the dog. And I think a coconut just fell out of the tree a minute ago, so there will be some strange noises, especially because it's just becoming dusk. So it gets a bit, it'll almost be like someone's turned out the lights and there'll be some additional noises in the background. So enjoy the noises in the background because they are very pleasant. It's a fantastic place to be on the edge of the jungle. Yeah, so there's something going on. They're feeling uncomfortable. They want to achieve something different. So they want a specific result, a specific transformation that they are looking for that you can help them with. Because they're looking for personal or business growth, they look for people to work with who have been there, done that, got the t-shirt. They can walk their talk. They have some experience of the situation it is that that individual finds themselves in. That is so important for many people. So let's just say you work with entrepreneurs who are struggling to attract clients and you can help them quickly and easily make more sales. You wouldn't want to work with somebody who just has the theory. You'd want to work with somebody who has direct experience of turning their business around and now thriving. More personal example, let's just say that you work with people who feel that they are drinking too much, they want to become healthier, have better relationships and become sober and stay sober. Again, it is unlikely that you would look for someone who has zero personal life experience. You would want to work with someone who has achieved and has stayed sober because they understand the challenges that they have worked through and that you will be working through. Now, the most powerful way, the reason why this is so powerful is that mentors who have been, ow, cat's now attacking my foot, been there and done that, been there, done that, got the t-shirt and burn it, is they know all of the loopholes. They know what to look out for. They know when you are sabotaging your success. And people who have a theoretical background, while that knowledge is great and you need a combination of both, to be fair, they don't have that same life experience. So it's one of the reasons why mentoring programs have always been so successful and why coaching programs are so successful, because they involve mentoring, training and coaching. You know, 3 pillars that really help you to reach the success it is that you want to achieve. Our personal experiences, stories either attract or turn people off. They create a Marmite-like situation in your marketing, which is exactly what it is that you want. We absolutely have our own unique way of doing things, which is driven by our education, our training, learning, and underneath that we have our why, and then furtherneath of that we have our purpose. So your unique business signature, is a true reflection of you. It's carefully crafted in line with your identity, your why, which is driven by your values and beliefs, and then underneath that, your purpose. So it comes from a much cleaner and much more unique space. So a lot of people talk about your why and why it's so important to be connected to your why for it to drive your business. While I agree with that to some degree, I think it's much more important to get underneath that and really explore and discover what your purpose is. Because sometimes our why can be a little bit skew with, and it can interfere with actually what it is that we are created to do. So it comes from a much cleaner space. It's much more powerful. It's much more impactful. Everything then feels aligned. Flow becomes much easier. So your business signature is created in line with how you love to work, how you want to make an impact in the world through your business, and it puts you at the center, at the heart of the business, and it enables you to create one of a kind brand. Easy, right? So if you're feeling overwhelmed, you're spread too thin, you've tried all those cookie cutter ideas and still not been able to move the needle, then what I've done is I've put together a special hour-long impact call. So there's just 3 spaces available, and once they're gone, they're gone. On the call, what we're going to do is going to take a deep dive to find out exactly what's holding you back. And on that call, we're also going to create a step-by-step plan that you can action straight away. I'll put a link below this video once it's finished so you can access it. So let's jump in a little bit deeper into what it is that I am going to be talking about, which is how to create an authentic, unique business signature, which we've just covered to a certain degree, a one-of-a-kind personal brand, how to make a global impact and attract an endless flow of dream clients online who are motivated, yes, motivated, highly committed, and do the work with you straight away. I'm just whizzing back through my slides, so if I look a bit weird, that's why. So how do you then work from the inside out, fully connect to self, the good, the bad, and the done right ugly, let's face it, to enable you and your clients to get epic results? And when I mean epic, I really mean epic. I mean quantum shifts, a completely different perspective and a different way of doing things to be able to release them, to be able to expand and receive. As much as we say our clients have to do the work to get the results, let's face it, so do we. It's not enough or even fair to say this, and in most cases I think it really is a bit of a cop-out. There is one thing that I know for true, and that is if you have unresolved issues around whatever it is that you are coaching and mentoring around, whatever it is that you are stuck with yourself personally in terms of unresolved issues, and you haven't got it sorted out, it's going to be mirrored back to you in the clients it is that you attract. It's a bit of a blind spot. So the trick is to bring it from the subconscious, from the ego, from the subconscious into the conscious, so you can address it quickly. So this is where your clients will also get, as I said, well and truly stuck, and they mirror back to you also what's playing out in your reality. Has that ever happened to you? It's definitely happened to me, and it's happened on an unconscious level. But now I know how to pick that out quickly. I can, change my perspective, which helps my clients change their perspective as well, because I've worked through that. Being fully awake is basically what sets exceptional mentors and coaches apart. So let me give you an example. Let's just say you believe that solopreneurs will never pay the full price to work with you, and they always want a bargain. If you hold that money belief, then this is what you're going to start to attract, because subconsciously you'll be looking for the evidence to underpin your beliefs, and you'll be saying things like, see, I told you, to yourself and to other people who also feed into that belief. See, I told you, this is definitely true, they don't want to pay, they can't afford it, you know how the list goes on and on. So holding such beliefs is obviously going to have an impact on the business, an impact on the growth of the business and your own personal development and your clients' development as well. It will stunt the growth of your business and your clients' growth and the business's profitability and the impact it is that you truly want to make. Holding on to negative beliefs around money will then come through in your messaging, your offer, your pricing, the sales conversations you're having. It will seep through everything it is that you do in your business. This is how powerful it is. People keep showing up and asking you for a reduced price. Now, and even if they don't ask you for a reduced price, it's likely because of your beliefs and what you believe to be true, you'll beat them to it, and you'll actually offer them a reduced price because your belief is that people are going to ask for a bargain. As expert solopreneurs, one of the many things we do beautifully is that we inspire people to create change, to look at things differently. we bring hope, we share a brighter future, we show light at the end of the tunnel, and in doing so, we help people to step up and create a healthier reality. I think it's quite important as a mentor and as a coach that you inspire your audience around you to show them that there is a different way. So even though they're not in that space right now, they want what you have, you know, a different way of being. You've worked through the issues. And what you do is you work with that person until they are ready to be able to expand and receive, change their perception, create a different reality, a different business, a different way of being. You hold them and they move into growing when they are working with you. So inspiration is really important. Very, very important. Okay, so let's have a think about how to master your mindset, create a new path, and quantum leap your business growth and personal success. What happens if you're hiding and holding back from fully stepping up and through what's holding you back from doing what it is that you really want to do? It's interesting, before I came on to do this recording, I was talking to a past client and we were having a conversation about limiting beliefs, barriers, and how one little, it's not little, let's face it, how that limiting belief, how that barrier can have an effect on absolutely everything in the business. So it has an effect on the message because people get stuck in the message. They're not sure how to create it because there's a belief that's playing out in the background that's stopping them from being visible, which impacts on everything. So we were having the conversation around, you know, one belief. Once you have addressed that one belief, how you are then open to be able to acknowledge where that belief comes from, but also to be able to step beyond it and step through it. Then you get those quantum shifts in the business, in your personal life. Okay, so, you know, as I said, what happens if you're hiding, holding back from fully stepping up and through what's holding you back from doing what it is that you truly want to do, and you're not making the impact it is that you want to make? You feel frustrated, out of alignment. As I said, the needle just isn't moving. Life just feels like it is passing you by and everybody else seems so much successful. And you're left there asking yourself the question, what is it that I need to do? Why am I not getting this? Why am I not getting the results it is that I want to get? I hear this a lot. And you're being pulled from pillar to post, from right to left, which is ultimately going to sabotage your success because you're looking for the solution externally when really there's a block. There's an emotional block that is playing out. It's why I spend so much time when I'm working with my clients, helping them to really step up and step through those limiting beliefs, to start to peel back the layers of the onion so they get a really good sense of how it is that they want to show up and run the business from the inside out. This is how you create that unique business signature. Lots and lots of female solopreneurs are working incredibly hard and not getting where they want to be. They're stuck on autopilot, super busy, doing everything it takes to run a business, but not necessarily doing the work it is that they love. So they're doing everything, but not doing what it is that they really love to do, which is getting the impacts with their clients so their clients can thrive. That's what floats their boat. That's what makes them happy. They're stuck in the day-to-day running of the business, the ins and the outs, especially in the first couple of years. until they get some momentum and they can start growing the business and growing a team. So if you haven't learned how to get into flow, or you have forgotten what it feels like, or you've fallen off the wagon, which is very common, it's going to make running the business a lot more challenging for you. And the consequence of not being in flow, coming from that really great energetic space, is that things stay the same and very little shifts or changes for you. Not just for you, but also for your clients as well. So let me just give you an example. And this is a pattern that I was running for years. And it wasn't until recently that I even knew I was running it. It was so deep in the subconscious, the ego, that actually I didn't even know it was sabotaging my success. I thought I was the problem. But I thought I was the problem, so I'd really beat myself up rather than understanding that it was a limiting belief and there was a lot going on underneath that. So anyway, let me give you the example. So I always used to say to myself that, why am I not getting this? So that was the pattern I was running for years. And, you know, I would say that to myself and it would absolutely push me into despair. Honestly, I'd say it and I would just be baffled, confused, overwhelmed, crying, sobbing, really anxious. So that was the pattern. I call it the loop, basically. It was not until I became consciously aware that this was triggered by my ego, and as soon as I became aware of that, I could fully bring it into the conscious in front of me and I could deal with it head on. So this is what I mean by working through the good, bad and the downright ugly. It's a painful thing to go through, and it's why I now have created my own theoretical framework to take my clients through, to be able to become fully awake, to be able to expand and be open to receive a change in perspective. Now, because I am fully awake of the power it has over me, I can take full responsibility. I'm no longer a victim to that little statement, why am I not getting this? For mastering my emotional blocks and triggers, and I'm able to get back on track quickly. I still recognize it in another form. I caught it the other day again and I thought it was interesting. I could feel myself thinking it, but still behaving in a particular way, still behaving in line with the beliefs I had from the past. But now I look at it and I go, so I'm now fully conscious about it. I go, okay. So I need to do some work on that, clear that out, acknowledge it, and move forward. I know I'm sounding very woo-woo. So you might be turning off at this point, but it's really important in your practice. As I said, it's the difference between an exceptional coach and mentor and someone who you're going to work with, who you're going to get stuck at a certain point with. So as I said, I'm so in love with this work now that I've even developed my own framework, which I take my clients through to help them let go, quantum leap, and get shifts, get back into flow so they can be fully present in the here and now and show up in their full glory without the baggage. That's what I'm trying to say. It's about letting go of the baggage. So all of my clients will tell you, if you speak to them ever, you're more than welcome to speak to them. They'd love to speak to you. They're very nice people. All of my clients, they will tell you that when we start working together, they find themselves, all of them are hiding in one shape or another, that they are sophisticatedly hiding and there's something that's stopping them from stepping up. Now, this isn't the theoretical stuff around how to grow a business. This is about them personally from the inside out and being able to step through that and having the help in a safe space to be able to do that. So something is playing out. They just cannot put their finger on it. Something is not working for them. And how this can show up in the business is that they're out of alignment, something feels off, business becomes really hard work. It's basically like treacle. You're putting hours in, but you're not getting anywhere. They're spinning way too many plates, doing way too many things, stuck on that endless merry-go-round. So the message is out of alignment, the audience they are calling in isn't right, their offer isn't right, the pricing isn't right, the results that they're promising their clients isn't right, and more importantly, the clients aren't getting the results because there's a bit of a mismatch. Also, very few people say yes to working with them. The list really is endless. It's quite shocking how significant this one little piece is. Actually, it's not so little. I shouldn't underplay it. I shouldn't underplay it. It's incredibly powerful. But you don't know what you don't know, right? And you need help from somebody who you trust to work through that, but work through it quickly, so you're not months in therapy, but to address it very quickly so you can move forward quickly. So why do I say your why is only one part of the story and what it is that you really need to focus on to achieve business success? Why do I say that when so many people talk about the why and the why being everything? So a lot of people say that, you need to have your why, find your why, it will drive you through the hard times. And I think I've come to the realization that that's not necessarily true, and it is just at surface level. And for people like me and yourself who want to make a significant impact in the world, want to make a real difference and help people, a why is like the surface level. I always want to get underneath of that to find out what's going on. So what's underneath that? And then what's underneath that? What else is a problem? What else is going on? What's under that? It's a really great way to work, and it basically helps you understand your clients a lot more. So just think about this for a second. Your why is only one part of the story. It's made up of many layers: your experiences, education, family, things that you have been through, you have personally experiences. It's layer on layer on layer and layer. It's created who you are and how you do things today. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. That is who we are. We are based on our experiences. But I think the why is very much in the past. And I've got, in my notes here, I've got stuck in the past. I'm not sure that's right, but it was right when I wrote it at the time. I'm just not feeling it now. The why comes with a lot of baggage. And what that baggage can do is it can put a negative spin on what you believe to be true. Rightly or wrongly, there is no right or wrong. It is what it is. It is what it is. But I think it is actually much healthier to get under the why and start to look at your purpose, because it comes from a much cleaner space with less baggage, with less friction, with less uncertainty. When you're operating from your purpose, it's a much purer, a much cleaner space than your why. And it's in line with what it is that before you had all of these experiences, before you had these layers and layers of emotional experiences, it's about looking at what shaped your why, but underneath that again, who are you? What is it you really want? What are you really driven to do? Are you with me? It is why I say your why It's only one part of the story, and what you really need to be focused on to achieve that fantastic alignment, one-of-a-kind brand, be working from the inside out to get the flow and the business success it is that you desire. It's connecting to your purpose. When you connect to your purpose, you come from a cleaner space and it's easier to get into flow. Your energy is aligned and everything just seems, seems like a breeze. It's a very different way. It's a very different space to run your coaching and mentoring from. So how do you then master your mindset, create a new path and contemplate your business growth and personal success? So coming from your purpose and being really clear on the direction it is that you want to go, as I said, it makes it easier to create a divinely feminine space, a fantastic energetic space that supports, nurtures, empowers, energizes, inspires your clients to be fully present, to attract your very best clients who are highly motivated, who they take action straight away, and who also inspire you as well. You as the practitioner, as the consultant, as the business mentor needs to be fully awake, in tune with what's holding you back to be able to work through and get into flow to create the space for personal and business growth. This means clearing any personal and professional blocks to success, money, relationships, that whole sense of I'm not enough, I'm not good enough, the imposter syndrome, understanding who you are and how you want to share your message and make a global impact. It's about who you are showing up as, who you are being fully awake. It starts with you stepping up and being 110% connected from the inside out. As I mentioned earlier on, if you're feeling overwhelmed, spread too thin, tried all the cookie cutter ideas, the needle still isn't moving, then what I've done, as I said, is created that special hour-long impact call. There are just 3 spaces available. Once they're gone, they are gone. And on the call, what we're going to do is we're going to take a deep dive and find out exactly what's holding you back. And we will also create a step-by-step plan you can action straight away. If you've got any questions, please do pop them below this video and I will come back and respond to you personally. Let me know your thoughts on creating a unique business signature. Are you stuck in a particular place? What questions do you have? Have you found yourself in the loop? You know, where you find yourself consistently saying something and what is that? What is it that you're saying to us? What is it that you're saying to yourself? Because whatever that is ultimately what's underneath that is going to be holding you back from achieving the success it is that you want to achieve. This is about the internal game of business, you know, the mindset, which is about 80%, I think, actually, of your business success, because it creates your reality, it creates your messages, it creates your pricing, it creates everything that you do, everything that you believe in, how you're showing up for your clients. Big bit. Okay, beautifuls, I'm going to love and leave you, and I will see you very, very soon.